Well, welcome back to the webinars. We are looking at Unit 2. This is the maintenance section, the property maintenance section of the Dodd-Frank Act test prep course. Again, we're in Unit 2. We're looking at the fourth part of Unit 2, which is on asbestos. In your manual, in your study guide, there's a lot of material. There's several pages on asbestos. You're going to want to read up on that. I'm going to just go over briefly a little bit about asbestos just to help you understand a little bit more about it. Most products today do not contain asbestos that we actually use in our homes. It is still something that's still used around the world, and it's used in commercial buildings for insulation, as well as especially in electric power plants and things such as that. But again, most products made today simply do not contain asbestos as they used to. It used to be in all kinds of things. We'll talk about some of those things in just a few moments. Those few products made which still contain asbestos that could be inhaled are required to be labeled as such. So anything that has asbestos in it must be made aware to the consumer that they are buying these products. However, until the 1970s, many types of building products and insulation materials used in homes contained asbestos, and there was no markings on there that said anything about it. So to gain a better understanding about asbestos, as I said before, you're going to want to take some time to read that material in the manual. I just want to go over just a little bit about it so you know just a little bit more of the dangers involved with asbestos. As it says here, asbestos effects associated with asbestos exposure have been revealed in many well-conducted studies of exposed workers, family contacts of workers, and persons living in close proximity to asbestos mines. The studies have shown a clear correlation between asbestos exposure and lung cancer, as well as mesothelioma. And this has become very popular, not really popular, but you see commercials for this these days from people trying to make you aware of this problem. Asbestos exposure has also been linked to increases in various types of cancers. It's a slow-acting substance once it gets into the body, once it gets into the fibers of the lungs. Or the fibers of asbestos gets into the lungs, it takes it quite a while, about 20 years or so, to actually do its damage. But it is doing the damage during that time. If you look over here, it says about 125 million workers worldwide are exposed to asbestos in the workplace. That's a huge, huge number. And down here, it says EPA estimates that 27.5 million Americans, did you catch that? 27.5 million American workers were exposed to asbestos from 1940 to 1980. Furthermore, it's estimated that cancers related to asbestos will have caused 200,000 deaths from 1980 to 1930. So in that 50-year span, they're estimating 200,000 deaths related to asbestos exposure. Relative statistics state that there were over 9,700 asbestos-related cancer deaths every single year. And you can see the big number down here. You can see that 30 million homes may contain asbestos material in them. That's a huge number. That's a large, large number. So it definitely can be in our homes. While 733,000 commercial buildings still contain asbestos material, and this is the little bit of a scary number, 107,000 primary and secondary schools still contain asbestos material. So that's just some huge numbers. So, but going back to the ones that we really need to as housing counselors make ourselves aware of, and that is that 30 million homes may contain asbestos, and therefore we must become aware of this and learn about it so that we can help protect our clients and protect the public from this. So you can see where it says, this is in your manual as well, and it just shows you how asbestos can be in the home. The diagram of the home with various areas. So the exterior surfaces, such it can be in the roofing material, it can be in window putty, it can actually, if you have cement asbestos boards on the side of the house or asbestos tiles on the side of the house, it can be in that as well. Insulation, it can be in the insulation, it can be in the flooring, and that's where it's often found in flooring materials, old asbestos tiles. And you can see interior surfaces, sprayed on ceiling material, textured paint. In the heating and piping, it was used for insulation, so you're going to see it there. Electrical equipment also for insulation. And then it can even was used for a long time in appliances, refrigerators and freezers, once again, as an insulator. So as you can see, it can be in a lot of different places throughout the home. So what do you do if you run into it? The material in the manual will tell you more about that, but basically the bottom line, what you need to know as housing counselors, is to tell the homeowners if they suspect it to not rip it out. The best thing to do with asbestos is to cover it over, and that way that's a remediation process with asbestos. That's the easiest. So if there are tiles in the home that have been there a long time, from the 60s or 70s, and tile on flooring, and you're concerned about that it might be asbestos, might have asbestos in it, the best thing to do with that is to not rip it up, just simply cover it over. Put new carpeting, new flooring over top of that. Just don't disturb it, and you're better off. On the outside of the house, same thing. Don't rip off the old asbestos siding. Simply cover it over with another type of siding, such as vinyl or something like that. So now it's just covered over. It's now encapsulated, and there is no problem with it. Because once again, asbestos becomes a problem when it is disturbed. So just don't disturb it, and you'll be just fine. So that's basically the section on asbestos. Again, take time to read the material in the manual, and you'll get a better understanding about asbestos in the home. Thank you very much.